Whenever I play Minecraft, I usually end up playing hardcore and see how far I can go. Spoiler alert, I don't get very far, but I finally decided to just sit back and relax. No speedrunning the game, no speedrunning to get diamonds, just a chill session between me and a random seed on a single player world. Now I know that intro probably wasn't very informative. I'm not gonna lie, but I guess if you know me, my intros are not really great. But I decided, you know what? If you're starting a single player world, might as well start at the beginning. So this is where I spawned. Well, not really here. There used to be a tree. It's gone. But I kind of spawned somewhere here, and I realized, oh wow, we're in a forest. This is a pretty decent spawn. Actually, I don't remember if I took an actual random spawn or I went online to search a seed because I for some reason don't remember. But this is a good seed because we have forest, and I'm like, okay, insta wood, and I probably buried somewhere here, maybe here, I don't know, to get like stone tools and stuff. But anyhow, that's my spawn. Not too great. I was gonna save him, like the reveal for him later. I don't know, but I decided that because my house is kind of like far. I was like, bro, why does the font get smaller when I zoom in? It's like 400 blocks. I'm like, I have a fast horse. His name is Spots. And I'm not gonna lie, I have not felt an emotional connection with an animal in like ever, and it's gonna be hard to believe. But this is like my first pet, like actual pet. Like in one of the older videos, I showed like a lay. If you haven't watched the video, that's fine. But like I had a lay and a camel, and I had a sniffer that didn't do much sniffing. But you know, point is, Spots is my new pet, and if he dies, the series is over. So you know what, we'll just go on with it. And I don't know if how fast this guy is. Apparently, I think the fastest horses can go like 14 blocks a second. And I ain't no horse expert, but I think this dude is pretty fast. I'm not gonna lie. That's a ravine. I don't really want to go there. Also, apparently, he turns invis as part of a mod. I think we'll get into a little bit of detail. But look, he doesn't drown, and he actually walks on water. This is gonna take so freaking long. Oh my goodness! But apparently, this mod pack that I'm using, I guess I could do a little bit of intro. This ain't sponsored. This ain't sponsored, but I'm not that famous with that yet. But this is the vanilla perfected mod pack, and it gives you like a bunch of vanilla perfected stuff. But one of those is that the horses they don't drown, and also if you look at the intro, this dude don't move. So if I leave him here and just leave him, then he kind of stuck here forever, bro. But I'm not doing that as Spots because I'm a good person. I'm a good person. So yeah, you can see, actually I didn't show you the map. Actually it looks pretty good, like you zoom out and this is a lot of trees. And a lot of trees. And a village and then a lot of trees. But there's a lot of trees, and you know what, I don't mind trees because you know the first thing in Minecraft you gotta do is take out a tree. And wow, this is the first time I've actually explored here in a while, and you'll see why, because if you look in the distance, that's my house. It's a bit pixelated, but that's my house, and I'm really excited to show you guys. Where's the bridge? There you are. So yeah, we spawned pretty far. I wanted to kind of make spawn, but you look at the island over here that I selected. It's big. I was initially thinking maybe this would be good, but then I realized probably a little too tiny. A little too tiny, because you never know if this is my single player world. Not my forever world. Apparently people do forever worlds, but this is going to be my single player world. And also you can see a lot of torches. And if I use this, another thing at the mod pack is that it kind of shows you where mobs can spawn. So green means no mobs can spawn, and holy hell, I've done a really good job. I've done a pretty good job. There's actually no... Oh, wow. This is basically a mushroom island, essentially. Also, yeah, I guess I'm going to show you guys. This was pretty barren. This was a pretty barren area, and I just had a lot of trees because I did a lot of deforesting, like over here. And then I didn't replant them, so I replanted them here. And also, I had to go like really far to get a few wood types, so this thing is kind of rare. Except now that it's here, and this thing is, oh, okay, this thing is also rare, but now it's here. This thing is kind of common. This thing is kind of rare, but now it's here. And that pretty much goes for every single plant. I think there's a birch one somewhere, but I'm not really... Hey, don't do that, bro. I'm not really a fan of birch. No! One thing I also like, because I really take care of my horse, is I always keep food on him, whether I do go out for a journey or not, because I don't want him to die, bro. That would be an L. Also, this kind of feels out of place for my house, but this is where I kept Spots when I was making my house, and at this point, this is kind of like a legacy spot. So this is like the holy grail spot for Spots, so he's gonna stay there. And you'll look through the entire playthrough. He ain't gonna move. I should probably feed him, because y'all think that I'm not doing a good job. But Nana, see, I'm right-clicking. He ain't taking the food. You a good boy, bruh. You a good boy. We can look at Distant Rising. They're doing a really good job at like the higher render distance. It's kind of crazy. Usually I'd like to keep shaders, but unfortunately I live in a very hot country, bro, and it's like well, not right now. It's like nighttime, but like it's usually 40 plus degrees Celsius. So my GPU kind of start frying, and instead of playing at 60 FPS, I end up playing at like 5. So that's not cool. That's not cool. Anyhow, enough stalling. The reason why I hadn't gone off my island, and I guess the inventory kind of shows, I've been doing a lot of building. So this is a build by one of my, well, I'm not really subscribed to him, but whenever I make a build, because I'm not good at building, I always go to this guy called June's Mob Architecture. This is like his most popular video, I guess. It's kind of a cool build. This was actually nostalgic. I was actually telling my brother as I was making this that this was the first house I ever made in Minecraft, like actual house in survival. Like he had an SMP with like some friends, and I was like, okay, let me join, and then I made this house. So this is kind of a nostalgic trip because I haven't made this house in 4 years. Of course, I had my own little extra touches. But I guess I'll leave a link to the tutorial so you know how much I ripped off the poor dude. But at least I gave him a shout out. So shout out Mr. June's Mob Architecture. We got a bunch of barrels. So this is like my plants barrel. This is my mob's loot barrel. This is my spare parts, which I actually I'll have this. That's pretty cool. This is my food, and I see a lot of hay bales for spots and a little bit of extra resources for myself. This is my wood one, which I am running out of wood. This is my cobblestone and dirt. There's blocks, random stuff. This is more random stuff, and that's the end of that. I mean, it's not too interesting. This is my valuable loot, so if I end up making a sequel, hopefully we'll see more diamonds. Also, you'll see 1 diamond. I actually didn't mind this. I found this from somewhere. Because in this world, I don't actually want to like speed run, and I don't want to get diamonds because I feel like it's nice to use iron. If I go to the statistics thing, which is also cool with the mod pack, I think I can go to items, right? There we go. See, so I've actually just used these, and you can see I've crafted 9 of these, and I've crafted 3 of these. Where's the axe? I've used so many axes, it's not showing up, but I basically, you see, the one thing I guess I can show you is that the reason I haven't broken any pickaxes is because you can do this, and if anyone knows math, 83 plus 114 is 197, but then this gives an extra 12 durability, so it's 219, so you can mine an extra 12 blocks, so that's kind of a cool trick, in case you want to know. This is, I don't know why I have that, but anyhow, when we go to the basement, got a bit of other stuff. I found this skeleton skull from somewhere, and I found... Am I rambling? I found that from somewhere. This barrel has a bit of coal, so I can start cooking stuff. I don't think. God. Also, if you look at the GUI, is kind of interesting. If you look at the crafting table one as well, like they do a good job. Again, it's part of the mod pack. And there's that. And the tutorial didn't actually leave anything for the basement. I decided to make this myself, which is where I spent most of my time, actually. This is where I plan to keep my first armor set. I'm going to hope it doesn't break, but this is where it'll be for eternity once I am done. And then you come down here. I found this, like, really cool staircase idea. Well, not really. Like, if you look here, I guess the staircase, I mean, it kind of exists here. But I added a bit of detail. So you got, like, the spruce going here, and you got, like, the oak in the background. And it just looks good, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a builder, but I'm pretty happy with this. And it kind of goes down. And the entire aesthetic still stays. It's really cool. This took me a while to perfect, because every time someone was missing a slab or I was missing some oak. But that was that. And then this is like my mega basement. I mean, it's not much. I have ideas for these 2 places. I kind of want to use quartz, but I haven't gone to the nether yet, because I'm taking things real slow. If you guys are some of my loyal subscribers, if I can even use that word, y'all might remember I made like a deep slate basement. I want to kind of rip off that idea again, but it took me so long to make that I don't know if I'll be able to do that. This is my enchanting table setup. There's no enchanting table because I don't have diamonds, nor do I have obsidian, so that's unfortunate. I created like this thing. Usually people, or maybe just me, we always just keep this to like corner to corner, but I thought this would add a little bit of extra depth to the build. We also got stuff here, so kind of cool with the anvil and the grindstone, and this is my enchanting stuff, but unfortunately I don't have resources. The amount of like things like this I got from like a chest, but like the amount of pickaxes or something I could have saved, or even just having like a diamond pickaxe would have been so huge, but unfortunately I'm not doing that this time around. Also, it's sunset. Oh my gosh, no, okay, I guess we still have time. Basically on this island there's also this really cool small tiny cave I found that doesn't lead anywhere, so so it's kind of dark. Actually, we should probably light this up. It's kind of cool. But now you can appreciate the sunset or the sunrise. Look at that. So if I do this, wow. I guess I'm kind of ruining the mood, but I always like coming here. This is just a coincidence that I got this recorded. This is one of my favorite things to do, like when the sun is coming up, right, and then the moon is coming up. It's just so fun to see. It's just perfect, bro. I love the location of this island. Also, kind of random if you guys have noticed, I have a new mic now. So hello, mic. I just started using it. It's pretty easy to kind of set out. I was pretty happy. So I hope the audio quality is just a little bit better. I guess you could hear my AC kind of going brrr, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. So realistically, there should be no mobs. Like sometimes a mob can spawn because I haven't completely 100% spawn proofed it, but I think I kind of like 99.98% spawn proofed it. So I can literally walk at night. It's like my own convenient mushroom island. I just love it, man. Like, you don't need this much space. Like, I don't know how much acres this would equate to IRL, but like, this is just lovely. Also, a couple cool horses. I don't know. I just like him. Also, like, a bunch of animals to keep me company. And the one thing that's interesting, if you guys don't know, is mobs generally like to pathfind up. So slowly and slowly, like, there's a few pigs and horses that just kind of move up. And I kind of like the extra company, you know? Like, because in a single player world, there ain't nobody. This ain't no SMP. And it's not like my friends are gonna join. Why am I depressing myself on purpose? But anyhow, that's kind of the gist of the single player world. So this is how much I've done. I think I have like 8 hours or 9 hours of playtime. And if you look at this cool F3 menu, and you can see I've got like 40 days played. And it's actually come to my realization that a lot of people make like the 100 days like content like. They have a lot of bandwidth because it's been 40 days and I feel like I've been here on forever. So 100 days is like huge. Not that this is a 100 days video. I'm not gonna starve you guys with that sort of boring content. You know, it's probably more entertaining than mine. Also, as you can see, yeah, the mobs, they do kind of find up, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, this is pretty much everything I've done. I mean, it's not great. It's not much, but you know, no another portal, no nothing. Hopefully by the next time I like make a video, I'll have more stuff. Maybe at least some diamonds, because everybody has to have diamonds, especially now that they completely buff diamonds. Like getting diamonds is easier than like iron. So again, I gotta do that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and that's pretty much it from me, bruh. Bye. I'm not gonna lie, this is a pretty fun recording session. Wow, this is really fun.